good time recording this because my camera just stopped, but I'm going to jump in and read the question. Hi Nikki, there's a guy in my Spanish class that I really like. The only thing holding me back is that him and my brother are friends. I'm not sure if I should keep having feelings for him or try not to have a crush on him. P.S. I love your videos. Thank you. Okay, so I am gonna say that first off, I think that before, like, I know having feelings for someone isn't really like, oh, I can't, it's hard to control if you just feel a certain way towards someone. But I would say that, like, acting on the feelings are different than just having the feelings. So you can have feelings all you want, that's fine. But I would say that, like, that's just kind of the first step, So I don't think it's a problem that your brother is friends with him. I would say, try to get to know the guy a little bit, talk to him a little bit, add him on Facebook, add him on social media, kind of get to know him a little bit. Because remember, just because you have feelings for someone doesn't necessarily mean anything in terms of like a relationship or a future. So it's good that you have feelings for someone, but you have to actually get to know people. And I really come from, like, I really believe you could have feelings for like lots of people in your life. Like, that's why whenever I talk about love, I kind of feel like love, it really is like an action, because I feel like there are like a lot of people I could love. Like, I love everyone, you know what I mean? So it's kind of just, it's a choice. So relationships and yeah, just relationships in general, it's a matter of like getting to know the person. Like friendships and like relationships, you have to get to know the person, find out who they are, and choosing. I know I'm jumping to love when you're talking about a guy in your Spanish class, but when you end up being with someone, it's based out of like respecting that person and really liking that person, not just having feelings for them. So fast forwarding, let's say that you start talking to this guy, you develop a really good friendship, and your brother is friends with this guy. I think by that point your brother probably would have noticed, but I would recommend just talking to your brother. And I always say this when you have to talk about things, just acknowledging the fact that it's a little awkward and saying like, yeah, it's a little uncomfortable that he's your friend, but I really like him and we've gotten to know each other and we're friends, and I just kind of wanted to let you know now that that's the case. Like I said, your brother would probably know by that point if you're developing a friendship. But yeah, that's what I would say. Like, having feelings for someone, it's not that big of a deal, but I would try to become friends with this person if you're, interested in him, and get to know who he is and find out a little more about him. So, yeah, that would be my answer to you. So, as far as the Twitter question, let's open this back up. Okay. Hi, Nikki. I have a really big nose and I feel so insecure about it. What can I do? Please respond. By the way, love your advice. Thank you. I would say, here's the thing. We all have something. I mentioned this in one of my videos last week about being tall. Like, no matter what you do, so let's say you got a nose job and you had your nose taken down. Even though like surgery, you guys all know I had a breast augmentation and I had my hips kind of lipo. Technically, like I've said before, I have a whole video about it. It's from a hip surgery. Anyways, I actually took surgical action, which is definitely an option for people in life. But that being said, there is no such thing as like, oh, I don't like this, I'm gonna fix this, and then I'm just gonna feel good about myself forever. Because we have this thing, I think, as people, where like once you do one thing or once you get one thing, it's like on to the next. It's kind of just like, sin nature quote, or just human nature. It's just kind of how we are. We tend to be that way with stuff. We tend to be that way with insecurities. So it's not, know that first, that like, when you know that, sometimes it helps to see through different lenses, like what you're looking at, whether it's like your nose or your weight or whatever, and really evaluating it from that kind of place, that we all have something. And if you got your nose fixed, chances are, not fixed, but changed, chances are it would probably move on to something else. Maybe not, but yeah, that's one way to look at it, is knowing that like everybody has something. And sometimes when I feel really insecure about something, that is legitimately what I remind myself, like, hey, We all have something, and if it wasn't this, I'd probably be complaining about something else. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing to kind of keep in check and to know that like beauty is super relative. So everyone's got a different definition of beauty. There is no one, no thing, no color, no sight that everyone on the planet looks at and everyone would be like, that is beautiful. There's gonna be someone that's like, no, I think that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. So it's good to put it into perspective. I think that helps a lot when, yeah, kind of judging your physical self. So that would be my answer to you. So send your questions to asknikkiP@gmail.com or hashtag asknikkiP. I hope you guys are having a really good day and you have a really good rest of the day. I'm burping, and I will see you all next time. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
Managed it, but I don't.
Because if you think about it, if it all blows up in your face and she freaks out and doesn't want to be your friend anymore, then you were right and you get what you wanted.